Most people think wealth is all about how much money you have or the things you own. But what if the key to true wealth isn't about accumulating more, but having less? Sounds surprising, right? In fact, studies show that people with less stuff tend to have lower stress levels and are more financially secure. According to a 2020 survey, 58% of people who embrace minimalism feel more satisfied with their lives compared to those who constantly chase more possessions. It's time to rethink what wealth really means. In this video, we'll dive into why having less could actually lead to a richer, happier life. From decluttering your home to redefining success, you'll discover powerful strategies that not only improve your mindset but also boost your financial freedom. So, if you're tired of the endless chase for more, get ready to embrace the freedom of less and unlock the ultimate form of wealth. Chapter 1. The power of empty space. When you think of wealth, what comes to mind? For many, it's overflowing closets, expensive cars, or houses with too many rooms. But what if real wealth comes from having less? Studies show that our environment deeply affects our mental state. The more cluttered our surroundings, the more stressed we feel. It's a simple truth. When you have less stuff, you have more space to breathe, to think, and to focus on what truly matters. According to a 2019 study by the University of California, clutter significantly increases anxiety levels. The more possessions you have, the more you need to clean, maintain, and worry about. This constant stress takes away your energy and creativity. By reducing the clutter, you give yourself room for clarity and calm. In a minimalist lifestyle, the empty space isn't just about the physical. It's a mental reset. Empty spaces in your home or office can boost productivity. Research shows that people are more efficient in clean, organized environments. So, the first strategy to building wealth through minimalism is creating more physical and mental space. A clear, clean environment helps to declutter your mind, allowing you to focus on what really matters. The minimalist approach doesn't just stop at possessions. It's also about how you spend your time. Less stuff means less maintenance and more time to invest in relationships, personal growth, or creative pursuits. And, let's face it, time is the most valuable resource. Minimalism frees up time for the things that genuinely add value to your life. Creating space in your life is a form of wealth. Think about it. When you aren't tied down by too many things, you have more flexibility, freedom, and peace of mind. This freedom allows you to live a life that's aligned with your core values, not one that's based on material possessions. Chapter 2. Wealth in Simplicity. Unlocking freedom through minimalism. Minimalism isn't about being poor or living in deprivation. It's about owning only what serves you. A study by Princeton University found that decision fatigue increases when you have too many choices. The more stuff you own, the more decisions you have to make every day. Do you really need a closet full of clothes to feel happy? Minimalists understand that wealth comes from simplicity. It's not about how much you have but how much you truly enjoy and value what you own. By removing excess, you get back to what's important: your passions, relationships, and health. Minimalism allows you to focus on quality over quantity. This shift can help you create a more meaningful life. When you focus on owning less, you also save money. According to a survey by the National Endowment for Financial Education, people who practice minimalism report lower levels of financial stress and greater savings. When you're not spending money on unnecessary things, your financial situation improves. That's a form of wealth most people overlook. Minimalism also invites a mindset shift. It encourages you to value experiences over things. Instead of spending money on material items, you might choose to spend your time traveling, learning new skills, or connecting with people. This shift can lead to more fulfilling and memorable experiences, which are often more valuable than anything money can buy. By focusing on simplicity, you unlock freedom. Financial freedom, time freedom, and emotional freedom all come from owning less and investing in what truly matters. Minimalism doesn't just simplify your life. It enhances it by making room for the things that bring you true joy. Chapter 3. Redefining Success. Is less really more? In a society obsessed with more, minimalism challenges the conventional definition of success. Success isn't about climbing the corporate ladder or having a mansion full of luxury items. It's about living intentionally and aligning your life with your values. According to author Greg McKeown, in his book Essentialism, success comes from focusing on fewer, but more important things. For many, the pursuit of more leads to burnout. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that Americans are working longer hours than ever before. In fact, nearly 60% of U.S. workers report experiencing burnout due to the demands of their jobs. The more you chase after things, whether it's money, status, or possessions, the less time you have for the things that truly matter. Minimalism flips this idea of success on its head. Instead of accumulating wealth and possessions, minimalists focus on inner peace, freedom, and personal growth. It's not about having more, it's about being more present, more connected, and more mindful in your daily life. This shift in perspective is the key to true wealth. Success doesn't have to mean an overflowing bank account. It can mean being debt-free, enjoying more free time, or having the freedom to follow your passions. Minimalism lets you redefine what wealth truly means, focusing on what makes you happy and fulfilled. It's about the quality of your life, not the quantity of your possessions. Embracing minimalism also allows you to break free from the trap of societal expectations. We're often told that success means owning the latest gadgets or wearing the finest clothes. But once you let go of these external markers of success, you realize that true wealth comes from within. Minimalism shows us that less is more, not just in material things but in how we define success itself. By focusing on what really matters, we find that the more we let go of, the more we gain in terms of happiness, freedom, and contentment. Don't forget to subscribe. If you're loving this mindset shift, hit that subscribe button for more content like this, and join us as we explore how to live life to the fullest with less. Chapter 4. The luxury of letting go. There's a strange sense of luxury in letting go. When we release physical or emotional attachments, we often feel lighter, freer, and more at ease. According to Marie Kondo, author of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up, letting go of things that no longer serve us can spark a deep sense of joy and relief. It's not about minimizing for the sake of it, it's about recognizing the true value of what we hold on to. Letting go isn't just about possessions, it can be about emotional baggage too. In fact, studies have shown that emotional clutter, like grudges or past regrets, can be just as heavy as physical clutter. Research by the University of California found that unresolved emotions take up space in our minds, preventing us from focusing on the present. The more we cling to the past, the less space we have for growth and new opportunities. So, how do we begin? The first strategy is to evaluate everything in your life. Does it bring you happiness or does it drag you down? Whether it's a piece of clothing, a broken relationship, or a toxic habit, letting go can open up space for better things. This doesn't mean you need to throw everything away. It's about removing the excess that doesn't add value. This can also apply to goals. Often, we hold on to too many ambitions or unrealistic expectations. Minimalism teaches us to focus on fewer, but more meaningful goals. As Tim Ferriss suggests in his book The 4-Hour Workweek, focus on being productive instead of busy. If you clear the unnecessary, you can focus on what truly matters. The luxury of letting go isn't just about possessions, it's a mindset. It's about releasing the idea that more is better and embracing the peace that comes with having less. Letting go gives you the luxury of emotional freedom, more time, and ultimately, a more meaningful life. Chapter 5. Mindful Ownership. Is it time to own less? In a world where consumption is constant, the idea of owning less can feel radical. But practicing mindful ownership is a key strategy in embracing minimalism. Mindful ownership isn't about depriving yourself, it's about making intentional choices. According to a report from the Journal of Consumer Research, people feel more satisfaction from purchases that align with their values, rather than impulsive buys. Mindful ownership means carefully considering each item in your life. Does it serve you? Does it improve your quality of life? If not, it's time to let it go. The goal is not to own less just for the sake of it, but to own only things that contribute to your well-being. For instance, investing in a few high-quality pieces of furniture, instead of multiple cheap ones, can provide greater satisfaction and longevity. Another part of mindful ownership is recognizing the environmental impact of what we own. The fashion industry alone is responsible for 10% of global carbon emissions. By reducing the amount we consume, we can also reduce our environmental footprint. This doesn't mean you have to stop buying things entirely, but it does mean being more conscious of your choices. Mindful ownership can also extend to digital clutter. We all have too many apps, emails, and files that we rarely use. Digital minimalism, popularized by Cal Newport in his book Digital Minimalism, suggests clearing out unnecessary digital distractions to focus on what truly matters. A clean digital life can have the same freeing effect as a clutter-free home. Lastly, mindful ownership is about embracing quality over quantity. Think of the satisfaction you get from owning a few well-made items versus dozens of low-cost items that need constant replacement. By focusing on quality, you not only reduce clutter but also create a space where only the best, most meaningful things are present. Chapter 6. The Minimalist Path to Financial Freedom. One of the most powerful aspects of minimalism is its ability to improve your financial situation. Living with less isn't just about having fewer things, it's about freeing up resources for what truly matters. Research by the National Endowment for Financial Education found that 55% of people who practice minimalism report feeling more in control of their finances. The less you spend on unnecessary things, the more you save. The first step towards financial freedom is to reassess your spending habits. According to a 2021 survey by Bankrate, 74% of Americans regret impulse purchases. These unplanned buys may bring temporary satisfaction, but they often add to the clutter and prevent us from building long-term wealth. Minimalism encourages intentional spending, prioritizing needs over wants. Minimalism also promotes a debt-free lifestyle. By cutting out excess spending, you can focus on paying down debt more quickly. The average American household debt in 2020 was around $90,000. Reducing the things you don't need and focusing on what adds value allows you to free up more money to eliminate that debt. Another way minimalism can lead to financial freedom is by encouraging you to embrace experiences over possessions. According to a study by the University of Colorado, people report greater happiness from experiences, like traveling or spending time with loved ones, than from acquiring new material possessions. Experiences, unlike things, don't need to be maintained or replaced, and they often provide more lasting memories. Minimalism also encourages a shift in priorities. Rather than spending money on things, you invest in what truly matters, whether that's learning new skills, building relationships, or saving for your future. As Joshua Becker, author of The More of Less, puts it, the purpose of minimalism is to create the margin in our lives so that we can live with greater intentionality. In the end, minimalism isn't just about having less, it's about creating the space for financial freedom. By living more intentionally, we reduce the noise in our lives, allowing us to focus on building wealth, saving for the future, and living the life we've always wanted. Don't forget to subscribe. If you want more life-changing strategies like these, hit that subscribe button and join us on the journey toward a simpler, wealthier life.